Hello everyone and welcome to Hitbullseye. My name is Manish Mittal and in this video we are going to discuss the first week of August's current affairs for 2022. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel ताकि इस तरह की वीडियोस हम जब भी डालें आपको notifications मिलते रहें. And if you haven't seen the other videos, all those videos are there on the channel in which we have been covering the most important news of that week every week in this video series. Other than this, we also cover one topic in detail known as the topic of the week, and those videos also you can find on this very channel. Thank you so much, and now let us start with what we have here. तो जो टॉपिक्स हम आज वीडियो में कवर करने वाले हैं, फर्स्ट द पेरिस ओलंपिक्स 2024 which are going to happen of course in 2024. they have released their official slogan. इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस बहुत आते हैं और आजकल तो स्पोर्ट्स में वैसे भी बहुत न्यूज़ चल रही है. सो पेरिस ओलंपिक्स हैव लॉन्च्ड देयर ऑफिशियल स्लोगन. देन 0.5140 at the Dras where कारगिल वॉर was fought. तो काफ़ी ऐसी पीक्स थी, काफ़ी ऐसे पॉइंट्स थे जहाँ पे वो वॉर लड़ी गई थी. तो उसमें 0.5140 का नाम चेंज कर दिया गया. We will say what that name is. Then Savitri Jindal, India's well-known woman entrepreneur, has become Asia's richest woman. Next, 4th India-Oman joint military exercise has been conducted. You know, Oman, which is a West Asian country, India और Oman में joint military exercise हुई है. We will see what is the name of that exercise and where that exercise has taken place. Then Muslim Women's Rights Day 2022 was observed in the first week of August. We will see what is the date on which this day is observed and why. Next, RBI's Financial Inclusion Index inches up. In a good news for India, financial inclusion in India is showing steady improvement, which is, you know, of course, something to cheer about. Then Fortune Global 500 list. For the first time, an Indian company or corporation has made it to the top 100 in the Fortune 500 list. We will see what that company or corporation is. Next, Justice UU Lalit, that is Uday Umesh Lalit, is set to become the next Chief Justice of India. So today itself, the outgoing CJI NV Ramana gave sanction to the name of Mr. UU Lalit to become the next Chief Justice of India, which is, I think, one of the most important news we are going to discuss today. Similarly, Suresh and Patel has become the new Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India. And finally, Prime Minister Modi has launched IIBX in the gift city of Gujarat. We will see what is IIBX in detail, or Gujarat या gift city जो है वो क्या है. Okay, so we will discuss that in detail. Let's have a look at all these news one by one. So Paris Olympics, as you know, is, Olympics is a quadrennial extravaganza. Every 4 years we have the biggest festival of sports in the world, and that is an Olympics. तो Olympics 2024 वाले जो हैं वो पेरिस में होने जा रहे हैं. And just for your information, 2024 is in Paris. 2028 Olympics are going to be held in Los Angeles, which is in USA. And 2032 Olympics are going to be held in Brisbane, which is in Australia. तो यहाँ तक जो ओलंपिक्स हैं वो ऑलरेडी अनाउंस हो चुके हैं. 2024, 2028, 2032. So 2024 Olympics are going to be held in Paris, और उसका जो ऑफिशियल स्लोगन है that is Games Wide Open. Games Wide Open, which means that after, such a tumultuous period of COVID-19 and the global lockdowns, Games Wide Opens. It has multiple meanings. It simply means that the games are welcoming with open arms anyone who is coming. Games Wide Open. Right? So 26th of July से 11th of August 2024 ये games होंगी. And these games are going to be faster, higher and stronger, which is the slogan of Olympics. That is Citius, Altius, Fortius. Faster, stronger, higher. Right? तो ये स्लोगन जो है आपको पता होना चाहिए, that is Games Wide Open. Next, 0.510 at Dras has been renamed as Gun Hill. So what is the new name of 0.5140? It is Gun Hill. the iconic battle Operation Vijay was actually fought here. So on 26th of July 1999, the Indian Army announced the successful culmination of Operation Vijay, जिसे हम कारगिल वॉर भी कहते हैं इनफॉर्मल वर्ड्स में. तो 26 जुलाई 1999 को डिक्लेयर किया था इंडिया ने खुद को विनर, and it was a 3-month long battle with Pakistani troops in Kargil in Ladakh. और उसमें जो .5140 है इसका नाम अब गन हिल कर दिया गया है, and this is the monument that is built over there. Right? Next, Savitri Jindal has become Asia's richest woman. So the chairperson of the Jindal Steel Group, Savitri Jindal, is now Asia's richest woman, and she has dethroned a Chinese billionaire, Yang Huiyan. So Yang Huiyan of China is now the second richest woman billionaire of Asia, and Savitri Jindal is the richest person or richest woman of Asia according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Right? So her total fortune is $11.3 billion. $11.3 billion roughly अगर हम इसको इंडियन रुपी में कन्वर्ट करें तो $1 billion अगर हम माने कि एक US डॉलर 80 रुपीज़ के बराबर है, so $1 billion would be 8,000 crore rupees. And $11 billion would be approximately 88,000 crore rupees. So that is the total fortune that she has. And she is also India's richest woman. Of course, अगर एशिया की richest woman है तो इंडिया की richest woman है. And the 10th richest person in the country. That means at the first 9 positions in India, there are men. So she is at number 10 and she is the richest woman in India. Right, her husband had died in a helicopter crash in 2005, and she had taken over as the chairperson of the Jindal Group. She also had a career in politics, which is an important fact about her. She was elected as and appointed as the cabinet minister in Haryana government. Although now she is no longer in politics, but she has been in politics, and she was once an MLA and even a cabinet minister in the Haryana government. So these are some facts that you need to know about her. नेक्स्ट इज इंडिया ओमान मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज. तो इंडिया और ओमान के बीच एक मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज हुई है. बेसिकली अ लॉट ऑफ कंट्रीज कंडक्ट जॉइंट मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइजेस, और इसका मेजर पर्पस होता है कि कभी भी कोई कलेक्टिव सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट अगर आता है तो उससे कलेक्टिवली डील करने के लिए द कंट्रीज नीड टू हैव इंटरऑपरेबिलिटी, द कंट्रीज नीड टू हैव a comfort factor so that their armed forces can work together, और उसके लिए जॉइंट मिलिट्री ड्रिल्स जो हैं वो होती रहती हैं. तो लास्ट ईयर ये जो मिलिट्री ड्रिल है ये ओमान में हुई थी, बट इस बार ये इंडिया में हुई है. सो द 4th edition and its name is Al Najah 4, Al Najah 4, और ये राजस्थान में शुरू हुई है. सो इट स्टार्टेड ऑन 1st of August and it will end on 13th of August. जो 3rd edition पिछले साल हुआ था वो मस्कट में हुआ था. मस्कट इज द कैपिटल ऑफ ओमान. राइट? और ये लास्ट एक्सरसाइज जो है ये 2019 में हुई थी. दैट मीन्स आफ्टर COVID-19 दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट इंडिया ओमान जॉइंट मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज इज टेकिंग प्लेस. इसका फोकस क्या होगा? काउंटर टेररिज्म ऑपरेशंस, रीजनल सिक्योरिटी ऑपरेशंस, पीस कीपिंग ऑपरेशंस अंडर द यूनाइटेड नेशंस, then joint physical training schedules, tactical drills, techniques and procedures. So basically as you can see the purpose of having these exercises is so that अगर कभी भी कुछ बड़ा हो, any security threat or any peacekeeping operation, then these forces can easily blend together and they can provide collective security in the region. That is the purpose of such exercises. So the most important fact you need to remember is Al Najah 4 between India and Oman and happening in Rajasthan. Next is Muslim Women's Rights Day. So in 2019, on the 1st of August, a historic law was passed, which was contested a lot as well, which abolished triple talaq for Muslim women. तो उस दिन को अब Muslim Women's Rights Day की तरह मनाया जाता है. So Muslim Women's Rights Day is observed on the 1st of August to celebrate the enforcement of the law against triple talaq among the Muslims. तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये लॉ स्ट्राइक डाउन कर दिया था on the ground that it is against the fundamental right to equality, because only the the husband had the right to give or to impose triple talaq on her wife, and the wife does not have the right to do so for the husband. So that means gender based discrimination यहाँ पे हो गई. But अगर हम Indian Constitution में देखें तो Article 14 talks about right to equality, and there should be no discrimination on the grounds of race, religion, caste, sex or place of birth. तो ये sex जो यहाँ पर mentioned है, this was sexually discriminating, not sexually, I mean gender based discrimination was there. So according to Shariat or Muslim personal law, the Muslim men were given the privilege to end their marriage anytime by uttering the word talaq 3 times in a row. Talaq-e-bidat it is known as. But the law was repealed by the Indian government in 2019. तो इस law को इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने रिपील कर दिया था, और उस रिपील that act of the government was upheld by the Supreme Court. That means Supreme Court said that repealing the law is actually good. So that is why on this day Muslim women Protection of Rights Day is now celebrated. Next is RBI's Financial Inclusion Index inches up. What is financial inclusion? When we say that something is to be included, that means everyone should have access to that thing. And when we say financial inclusion, there are so many things that come into that that ambit. तो जब भी हम financial inclusion की बात करते हैं, what we are saying is making financial services available, accessible and affordable to everyone. सबसे पहले available, financial services available होनी चाहिए. फिर accessible होनी चाहिए कि वो available तो हैं, they are there, but क्या हर कोई उसे access कर सकता है? Is it easily accessible? Then are they affordable? Like are they economically or financially viable? जैसे हम अगर आज कहें कि we are using UPI based apps, the Bheem app, the Phone Pay, Google Pay, all these things we are using, even for transactions as low as 4 rupees, 5 rupees, thousands, lakhs, there is no limit. So that is one of the major success stories that the government of India have created in the last few years. So that is one of the components of financial inclusion, but that is not all. People should be aware about financial literacy as well. That is also part of financial inclusion. तो अच्छी बात यह है कि RBI के index के according financial inclusion gradually improve हो रही है. So if we look at the figures, actually the figures tell us a very encouraging story, right? So if we look at the figures, 56.4% in March 2022. So March 2022 का डेटा अभी आया है. So according to that there is 56.4% financial inclusion in India. अगर इसको हम पिछले साल के डेटा से कंपेयर करें, it was 53.9. So inching closer to the target, which is a good thing actually. 2017 से अगर इसे कंपेयर करें, if we want to have a 5-year window or 5-year comparison period for that matter, then it was 43.4. That means in the last 5 years we have improved it by 13%, which is a really impressive number given the size of Indian population and the complexities involved in doing such a penetration, the financial literacy, accessibility, affordability, availability, which is a big thing. So this is a testimony to the success of financial inclusion, but again it is just 56%. We are not yet there. We still need a lot to reach, or to breach the 90% barrier, right? तो index में क्या क्या capture होता है, that is also important. Various aspects of financial inclusion are captured in this, और इसमें 0 to 100 तक valuation की जाती है. 0 का मतलब है कि totally financial exclusion है, और 100 का मतलब होता है full financial inclusion, and we are at 56, which is better than half. That is what I would say. 3 broad parameters हैं इसके जिस पे इसको जज किया जाता है. One is excess, second is usage, third is quality. First is excess, जिसको 35% weightage दिया गया है इस index में, that whether financial inclusion devices and tools are accessible. Second, 45% weightage is to the usage, कि उसको लोग use कितना कर रहे हैं, और 20% है quality को, कि उसकी the quality of financial inclusion जो है वो कैसी है. So it incorporates details of banking, investments, insurance, postal as well as pension sector. It's quite a comprehensive index that RBI maintains. So that is what this news is, and it's a very cheerful news. It's a very hopeful news, I would say. Then again, a success story in India. You can call it so because it is for the first time that an Indian company has broken into that elite club of Fortune 500. पहली ऐसी कंपनी या कॉर्पोरेशन इंडिया की जो Fortune 500 में टॉप 100 में आई है, and that is a corporation, a public corporation, you can say, that is Life Insurance Corporation. LIC has been placed on rank 98th in the Fortune 500 list. Right? पहली ऐसी इंडियन कंपनी बनी है जो टॉप 100 में आई है. Total 9 companies are there in top 500 India की, and out of these 5 are public companies and 4 are private ones. Right? तो public companies में again top पे Life Insurance Corporation. अगर बाकी की बात करें तो Reliance Industries is at number 104. Indian Oil Corporation is at 142. Right? Then Oil and Natural Gas Corporation ONGC is at 190. इसके अलावा Tata Sons is there, Tata Automobiles is there, you know, there were so many other companies जो इंडिया की इसमें हैं. Total 9 companies in the top 500 basically. और पूरे के पूरे इंडेक्स को टॉप किया है Walmart ने, which it has been doing for quite a lot many years now. For the 9th straight year, for 9th time Walmart is at number 1, and at number 2 is Amazon, which reached its highest ranking ever. Amazon पहली बार इतने टॉप रैंक पे आई है. So number 1 is Walmart, number 2 is Amazon. इसके बाद number 3, 4, 5 पे there are Chinese companies which are there. You know, so what is the criteria on Fortune 500? The bigger a company is by sales, you know, the bigger it is. So Walmart has continued its position here, and the reason why Walmart tops it is कि जितनी भी नॉर्थ अमेरिकन कंट्रीज हैं, मोस्टली यूएस एंड कनाडा एंड ऑल, वहां पे वॉलमार्ट स्टोर्स बहुत ज़्यादा चलते हैं. Okay, yes Shubham, I will give you some tips definitely by the end of the video. Please stay with me. Next is Justice UU Lalit is set to be the next Chief Justice of India. So Justice NV Ramana, his tenure is going to end on the 26th of August, and he has recommended Justice उदय उमेश ललित to be the next Chief Justice of India. और जब ये Chief Justice बनेंगे तो इनका टेन्योर जो है वो काफ़ी छोटा है. He will be Chief Justice till 8th of November only. So for some 70 days or so he is going to be on the seat. So 27th August से लेकर 8 नवंबर तक around 70 days he is going to be on the you know, on the top seat of judiciary in India, and he is going to be the 49th Chief Justice of India. इनके बारे में जो एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट है वो ये दैट ही इज गोइंग टू बी ओनली द सेकंड चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया जो कि डायरेक्टली बार से बेंच पे एलिवेट किए गए थे. जनरली आज तक जितने भी सीजीआई हुए हैं, ऑल द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया, दे हैव बीन प्रमोटेड और दे हैव बीन एलिवेटेड फ्रॉम द हाई कोर्ट टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, और फिर वो सीजीआई बने थे. बट आफ्टर जस्टिस सीकरी इन 1971 वॉज द फर्स्ट जज जो कि डायरेक्टली एडवोकेट से सुप्रीम कोर्ट जज बने थे विदाउट बिकमिंग अ हाई कोर्ट जज. और जस्टिस UU ललित इज गोइंग टू बी द सेकेंड एवर CJI आफ्टर जस्टिस सीकरी हु इज डायरेक्टली एलिवेटेड फ्रॉम द बार टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट बेंच एंड इज नाउ बिकमिंग द CJI. So those are some important facts. और इनकी जो अगर कोई इंटरेस्टिंग पाथ ब्रेकिंग जजमेंट्स की बात करें, so he was a judge of a 5-judge bench which gave coincidentally the triple talaq verdict. You know, so he was a judge on the bench that you know, that declared triple talaq as unconstitutional. Next, Suresh and Patel is the new Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India. तो जो इससे पहले चीफ विजिलेंस कमिश्नर थे इंडिया के, ही वॉज जस्ट यू नो संजय कोठारी, ही वॉज एन IAS ऑफिसर. सो संजय कोठारी वॉज द CVC. लेकिन पिछले साल जून में, इन जून 24, 2021, हिज टेन्योर हैड एंडेड, और उसके बाद से सुरेश एंड पटेल वॉज अ विजिलेंस कमिश्नर, और ये एक्टिंग CVC की तरह काम कर रहे थे. बट नाउ ही हैज़ बिन अपॉइंटेड एज अ फुल फ्लेज्ड CVC and he has been administered oath also. Right, so who administered oath? President Draupadi Murmu, because President administers oath to the Chief Vigilance Commissioner. Right, और इसमें who chooses Chief Vigilance Commissioner? There is a panel of 3 persons who chooses the Chief Vigilance Commissioner. Number 1 is the Prime Minister of India. right? The Prime Minister is there. The other two members are Union Home Minister and the Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha. The Union Minister of Home Affairs and Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha. These are the three members that choose the Chief Vigilance Commissioner. काम क्या होता है चीफ विजिलेंस कमिश्नर का? टू कीप विजिल एंड टू चेक करप्शन इन गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट. सो विजिलेंस कमीशन के हेड होते हैं चीफ विजिलेंस कमिश्नर एंड हिज पर्पस इज टू स्टॉप और कंटेन करप्शन इन द गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स. Next, Prime Minister has launched IIBX in the gift city. IIBX is India International Bullion Exchange. India International Bullion Exchange for the trading of gold. कहाँ पे लॉन्च किया गया है? गिफ्ट सिटी इन गांधीनगर गुजरात. What is gift city? Gujarat International Finance Tech City. So it is one of its kind experiments in India that we have opened an international finance tech city where most of the major traders and companies have opened their accounts. So international level पे trading करने के लिए gift city जो है वो गुजरात में बनाई गई है. और ये इसमें जो ये IIBX अभी ओपन किया गया है, this is India's first international bullion exchange. इंडिया में पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है. इसे बजट 2020 में अनाउंस किया गया था and it will sell physical gold and silver. ये कैसे एक्चुअली ऑपरेट करेगा? It will be open for jewelers with a net worth of 25 crore and above. और यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली गोल्ड और सिल्वर जो है वो बेचा जा सकेगा. It will allow qualified jewelers to directly import gold through IIBX. इस बुलियन के थ्रू डायरेक्टली किसी कंट्री से गोल्ड इंपोर्ट किया जा सकता है और उसे यहाँ पर सेल किया जा सकता है. बेसिकली दिस सेल एंड परचेज इज नॉट फॉर पीपल लाइक यू एंड मी, फॉर रिटेलर्स. इट इज़ फॉर इट इज़ नॉट फॉर द कस्टमर्स, इट इज़ फॉर रिटेलर्स. तो जो ज्वेलर्स होते हैं दे विल मोस्ट प्रोबेबली बी बाइंग गोल्ड फ्रॉम हियर. Right, so the International Financial Services Center Authority is the regulator of IIBX. IFSCA regulator है IIBX का, जो इस पे नज़र रखेगा. और इसमें इसके promoters जो हैं वो 5 institutional investors हैं. 5 institutional investors मिलके इसमें कर रहे हैं. That is CDSL, Central Depositories and Securities Limited, CDSL. Then India INX. Then NSDL, National Securities Depository Limited. द नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज एंड मल्टी कमोडिटी एक्सचेंज. ये 5 इन्वेस्टर्स मिलके IIBX को प्रमोट कर रहे हैं या उसके प्रमोटर्स हैं. इट विल ब्रिंग ट्रांसपेरेंसी टू द प्राइस सेटिंग मैकेनिज्म, जो गोल्ड का प्राइस कैसे सेट होता है. इट विल प्रोवाइड स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन टू द फाइनेंशियलाइजेशन ऑफ द बुलियन इन इंडिया एंड इट विल वर्क एज अ स्टैंडर्ड सेटिंग टूल फॉर द क्वालिटी ऑफ द बुलियन. यानी कि गोल्ड मार्केट को रेगुलेट करने के लिए बेसिकली ये सारा कुछ किया गया है. And NRIs and institutes will also be eligible to participate in the exchange after registering with the IFSCA. IFSCA इसका रेगुलेटर है. कोई भी ज्वेलर या NRI या इंस्टीट्यूट इसके साथ रजिस्टर करके यहाँ पे काम कर सकता है. सो इट्स अ वेरी फ्यूचरिस्टिक थिंग. काफ़ी डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज़ में ये होता है एंड इंडिया इज़ ऑल्सो नाउ ऑन द सेम लिस्ट. राइट, सो okay, one student is asking कि CUET का उनका एग्ज़ाम है, so any tips for political science? Okay, the only tip I will give you is have you read the political science NCERT of 12th? Yes or no? Shubham? Have you read the political science NCERT of class 12th? Okay, so basically the only thing you can do now, अगर आपका कल एग्ज़ाम है, so what you can do is you can have a look at the boxes that are there in NCERT. आपको पूरे पूरे chapters पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. At the last minute what you can do is, let's say आप 12th की Cold War वाली NCERT की book अगर उठा लेते हो, that is USA and USSR Cold War, तो उसमें जो boxes दिए होते हैं chapters में, just read that much information. That much of revision should be sufficient, I think. Like there are timelines of the Cold War, some important names that are given, photographs के नीचे कुछ leaders के नाम दिए हैं, जैसे non-aligned movement हो गई, या फिर US presidents हो गए, या फिर Cuban Missile Crisis, some important names and terms. Just quickly go through them in an hour or two. I think that would be sufficient. In this much time only, that this much is possible, right? So that is all for this session. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to the channel. Also share this video with your friends so that they can also benefit from the same. Take care and goodbye.